Yes, guys, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Current Affairs class. I'm Abhilash, Shaheen Group of Institution. Yes, in my previous class, we have discussed about the Election Commission of India, the Supreme Court's decision on voting, the Supreme Court's stand on electronic voting machine and all. But today I have brought something different for you because current affairs is all about shifting from one subject to other subjects. We must know the knowledge about every subjects with respect to preparing for the CUET exams. So today I have the topic which is related with geography as well as geopolitics. Yes, the hot topic of the town, the topic which is going on in the headlines of the today day-to-day life, that is Chabahar Port. Yes, you might have heard about it, you might have read about it. It is recently in news for its good reason and for its controversial purpose as well. So my today's class is purely based on Chabahar, its important, its geographical location, what is the importance of that location with respect to Indians perspective, and where exactly it locates in the world map. So everything will be discussed here. First of all, the meaning of the geopolitics we will discuss. Geography, politics is all about polity. When the geography and the polity means the government system. When the two countries' government has agreed to come up with an agreement with related to the respective geographical area, sharing any border or sharing any places, sharing any ports, fishing areas, their special economic zones and all, that comes under the geography. When the two governments has decided to share something in between them, something as their common part or their common geographical area, then it is called as geopolitics, geography plus politics. So the Chahbar is also a topic of geopolitics when it comes to India, Iran, Afghanistan, and some other South Asian countries also. Yes, so today I am going to give you a brief information, the facts, the history related with the Chabahar port. Why Chabahar port is in news in recent times? Yes, recently India has signed a 10-year agreement with Iran for the development of Shahid Beheshti port terminal at Chabahar port. Yes, recently India and Iran, they come up with an agreement that we have to decide whether the agreement between us is in favor for both of the countries or not, because the Pakistan has become a barrier in between the Afghanistan and India and Iran and India also. So to tackle this barrier, to tackle that hurdle, the Pakistan has become a hurdle between the two countries, India, Iran and India, Afghanistan. For that reason, the Chabahar port plays a very important role here when it comes to the world trade, especially with the European countries as well as the Iran and Afghanistan. So 10-year agreement was signed by the India with the Iran for the development of Shahid Beheshti port terminal at Chabahar port. We have a separate port that is called as Shahid Beheshti port terminal where the exchange of goods and service takes place. So for that, the use of that port, India has signed a 10 years agreement. For that 10-year agreement, India has exclusive authority and power to use that port without anybody's interference in it. Yes. So also it is also in news because of some reason also. Because of some reason, you might have heard about the Sagarmala project. The Sagarmala is one of the greatest, one of the trademark project of this present government, wherein which it is tackling the ocean, it is tackling the China's presence in the Indian Ocean. So Sagarmala project is very important for the exam points of view. I'll explain about Sagarmala also here in this class, in later part of this class. Before that, we will briefly go into the Chabahar's details. Okay. IPGL is a company which is 100% owned by Sagarmala Development Company. As I told you, Sagarmala plays very important role here. The Sagarmala, the development of the ports in Indian Ocean is purely taken by the IPGL. IPGL is a company which has taken the onus to to develop the ports, to develop the fishing zones, to develop the security of that ports is completely under the hands of IPGL. Yes, it comes under the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. Now, India, Iran and Afghanistan signed trilateral agreement in 2016 for the development of the Chabahar. In the year 2016, as I told you, in the year 2016, India and Afghanistan and India and Iran, in between them, the Pakistan is becoming a hurdle. To tackle that hurdle, the India and Afghanistan were facing so many challenges, because India and Afghanistan wanted a good relationship when it comes to trade, but they don't have any other routes other than passing through the Iran. So Iran's involvement here was very important. So in the year 2016, India made an agreement, the trilateral agreement between three countries, to whatever the trade is going between India, Afghanistan and Iran, it will be definitely going through this spot. That spot is called as Chabahar. Yes. Then the port will minimize the distance from the India's west coast to landlocked Afghanistan, Central Asia and European nations bypassing the Pakistan. As I have told you, Pakistan has become a hurdle here. Pakistan is the only problem for the India when it comes to trade related agreements or the trade related things, right? The port will minimize the distance from India's west coast. When Iran is the western side of the India, definitely. So India's west coast and to landlocked Afghanistan. Afghanistan doesn't share any coastal boundaries. That is what, even it doesn't share the boundary with India. Even if there's the shortest boundary the Afghanistan is sharing with India, that part is still in the controversy. POK, Pak occupied Kashmir. Through that region, the India cannot have a trade relation with Afghanistan. So only option left to India to have a trade relation with Afghanistan is through the Iran's border, right? So that is what it is mentioned here. The Central Asia also, India also want to have a connection with the Central Asian countries, trade relations or this any other geopolitical relationships and all. And also the European nation bypassing the Pakistan. I'll explain you how Europeans also getting the use of Chabahar port when it comes to trade related agreements. Yes. So here the Chabahar, for the exams point of view, is very, very important, and you also must know what is the exact position of Chabahar. As I told you, the geographical location of, see here in the map you can clearly see, this is India. Yes, this is a Gujarat part, this is India, and this is your Pakistan, this is your Iran, and here it is Afghanistan. So India wants to have a trade relation with Afghanistan, but we don't have any other routes apart from the sea route and passing through the Iran, because Pakistan doesn't allow you to have a good relation with its neighboring countries. So when the only option left is, the first is through the sea route, then through the train or rail route. That is what the agreement matters a lot when it comes to India's geopolitics matter with respect to Afghanistan. Yes, so this is the only option left. Here it is your Chabahar port. Through the Chabahar port, we are selling or we are buying the products which is national importance. Then also through here, we are also going towards the Europe. Yes, through this route, we are going towards the European countries. So that is why the geographical location of Chabahar port is a very, very important, is very, very important in the business point of view. Yes, so I will explain it through the picture, how it is helpful and what is your Sagar Mala project very briefly. Okay, the Sagar Mala project is, wait a minute, I'll explain it through the India and the Iran's point of view. Yes, imagine this is India. Yes, imagine this is India, and here's here in the northern part we are sharing only 12 kilometers of the land boundary with Afghanistan, but that is of no use because the area which is still in the controversy. Yes, even if it is not in the controversy, but that geographical region is not that conducive for the trade purpose. For that reason, we have to have the relation with Iran for the, this is your Pakistan. This entire region is your Pakistan. So bypassing the Pakistan, we have to have a trade relation with the Afghanistan, which is here. Afghanistan is here. Afghanistan is on the top of the, yes, yes, now it is clearly visible. So this is your Afghanistan. Let me change the color. Okay, this entire portion is your Afghanistan. Afghanistan falls somewhere here, and this part is your Pakistan. Okay, this is your Pakistan. And from here it is your Iran. So Iran. Yes, this entire thing is your Arabian Sea. This is your Arabian Sea. This is Arabian Sea, Pakistan, Iran and Afghanistan. Clear? Yes. So with respect to the Chabahar port, the Chabahar port is here. This is your Chabahar port. Yes. It plays very important role because the easiest mode of trade route for India, it can connect to the Afghanistan, it can have a trade relation with Iran itself, it can also have a trade relation with the European countries also. The easiest way and the best spot for India's point of view. Then, if the Chabahar is playing very important role here, then why Chabahar is also an international importance when it comes to China's presence in the Indian Ocean. See, this is Indian Ocean. This entire thing is Indian Ocean. Yes, Indian Ocean. This is Bay of Bengal and this is Arabian Sea. China's presence in Indian Ocean is very challenging to the India. China is trying to capture the Indian Ocean under his hand. But to tackle the China's presence in Indian Ocean, Chabahar is playing very vital, a very important role. Let me explain in another point of view. Yes. So Sagarmala project is one of the project to tackle the China's presence in the Indian Ocean. For example, here we have ports. The Sagarmala, the word Sagarmala, the word Sagarmala means, Sagar means the ocean, Mala means the garland, right? The garland is in this fashion, the garland of flowers. Yes, garland is in this fashion, right? So Sagar means the ocean, garland is your, Mala is your garland. So all the ports which are developed by India to tackle the presence of our enemy nations in the Indian Ocean, to tackle the presence of China. China is creating the ports everywhere. China China is creating the respective ports everywhere on the globe, especially in Indian Ocean, especially to tackle the Hambantota, China's place, the China's port Hambantota, and it is also taking the help of Myanmar. It is also taking the help of Indonesia, along with the Bangladesh. All the countries, China is taking help of the India's neighboring countries to to show its power in the Indian Ocean. But India is the country which cannot be as silent as all the other countries, as we can see. The Nepal, Bhutan and all, these can be silent when it comes to China. But India is not a country which can be silent. India cannot remain silent when it comes to its main area. Indian Ocean purely belongs to the India. That is the reason the Sagarmala project has been introduced. Sagarmala is developing the ports of India. It looks like a mala. It looks like a mala. It is a mala to the Sagar. Yes, it is a mala to the Sagar. It also protects the coastline of India. And when it is covering the coastline of India, the China's counter attack is through the Gwadar port. The Gwadar is in India. Sorry, the Gwadar is in Pakistan. Purely funded by China. China is taking care of Gwadar port, which is in Pakistan. Through the Gwadar port, China wants to acquire the power of Indian Ocean. Yes. So here, to tackle the strategy of China, India has come up with to improve so many ports. And here the Chabahar also plays very important role to cover this, to counter this port, to counter the Gwadar port, to keep an eye on the Gwadar port. India has an agreement with the Iran with respect to the Chabahar port. And also the Afghanistan plays very important role in joining hands with India. Afghanistan, Iran and India. Afghanistan, Iran and India. Triple agreement was purely done to tackle the China's presence in the Indian Ocean with all the matter. The trade agreement with respect to Afghanistan, Iran is our first priority. But when it comes to the security, the Chabahar plays a very important role. Remember one thing, Pakistan is our enemy nation. China is also our enemy nation. We don't have much connection with Iran. We don't have much connection with the Afghanistan. But India's geopolitics is playing very important role when it comes to the security. For the security purpose, for the nation's development purpose, for the nation's protection purpose, India has to make a friendship. India has to go with any other countries for that matter. Yes, so it is one of the greatest step taken by the India, that is Sagarmala project. Sagarmala project. Remember, this is very, very important. The other one more, the Sagarmala, similar with Sagarmala, we have another project also. I will be discussing in my next class. Okay. So here the thing to remember is, where is Chabahar? Chabahar is in Iran. What is the role of India here? Yes, India has a 10-year agreement with the Iran. What is the role of Afghanistan? Yes, Afghanistan wants to have a trade relation with India, but Afghanistan doesn't have any roots to have a relationship with India. That is why Afghanistan wants to have India's relationship via Chabahar. Then, what is the role of Pakistan? Yes, to tackle the Chabahar, Pakistan is developing its own port, that is Gwadar, taking the help of China. China's presence in Indian Ocean is every day it is increasing day by day. To tackle the China's presence in India, India come up with its new project that is called as Sagarmala. What is Sagarmala? Sagarmala means, Sagar means ocean, Mala means garland. So all the ports, these ports are looking like a garland to protect the enemies nations present in the Indian Ocean. So it is as simple as that. So for today's lecture, the topic on Chahabar and topic on Sagarmala is very crystal, very clear, and I hope this is very much helpful. And believe me, Chabahar and Sagarmala has always become a very important topics for the any competitive exams, especially in the UPSC, SSC, CJL, railways, bankings, and probably you can see the questions in CUET as well. So be prepared for this, and I'll be bringing the facts related to Chahabar and Sagarmala in my coming lectures. So here I'm winding up the today's class. We'll meet in my next class. Thank you.